Hey guys, Gary Wong from GaryWongRealty.com again. Today, welcome to another episode of Realtor Talks with Gary Wong. Today I just want to talk about Feng Shui and its impact in real estate and whether it's really important, whether it really matters. Short answer is yes, it matters. How does it matter? Well, buyers, a lot of Asian buyers, they care about Feng Shui. It's like a superstition. Some people believe in it, some people don't believe in it, but general consensus is Asian buyers typically believe in Feng Shui. So, and Asian buyers and sellers. So when you have a home listed on a T-Junction, it's less desirable than one on the inner streets. Why? It's they believe in because it's a T-Junction, it'll split the fortune somehow. And what about, how does this affect non-Asian buyers and sellers? Well, why does it matter to non-Asian buyers and sellers? Because non-Asian buyers are buying a home, but they always care about resale value. Just like when you buy a car, you might want to buy a Japanese car as opposed to an American car because the resale value for Japanese cars is better. Well, typically when you buy a home, you do foresee that maybe you won't live there forever. You want to sell it eventually. But when you sell it, you don't want there to be any specific stigma in the house that prevents it from selling at the highest possible price. And Feng Shui matters, so if it's at a T-Junction, it'll sell at a lower market value. That's just how it is. Whether buyers and Asian buyers and sellers really understand Feng Shui, I don't think so. There are three types that I am aware of. There's mainland Chinese Feng Shui, Hong Kong Feng Shui, and there's Taiwanese Feng Shui. All three are kind of different, some similarities, kind of different, and so you can't have perfect Feng Shui in your place. Somebody will disagree with it. Somebody else will come up with their Feng Shui and say, my Feng Shui says your Feng Shui is wrong. And then somebody else will say, no, my Feng Shui says this is great. And then on the other hand, you hire a Feng Shui master, they come in and they go, oh, you just put two lions on the side and it counterbalances the T-Junction or something like that. There's always ways to counterbalance bad Feng Shui. So, how does this relate? How's this, what's the takeaway from this? Well, when you buy and sell, know that Feng Shui is important, but what I have seen in the industry is price is a bigger factor than Feng Shui. You talk to Asian buyers and they go, yeah, we really care about Feng Shui and Feng Shui is so important. And this house has bad Feng Shui. And then all of a sudden you lower the price. They're like, I'll buy it. And you say, well, I thought you cared about the Feng Shui. They're like, what Feng Shui? What Feng Shui? You lower the price by 10%, I'll buy it. I realized that they like Feng Shui up to a point and then price dominates. Price, there's always, it can buy the Feng Shui, I guess. So whether they really believe in the Feng Shui or they're using Feng Shui as a negotiating tactic, I'm not sure. But you just got to keep aware of that, be aware of that. It plays a part in the real estate market. So, takeaways, Feng Shui is important. You should be aware of the general ones, the T-Junction and that kind of thing. It matters because resale, because you're not just selling to non-Feng Shui believers, you're selling to people who care about Feng Shui. And then, that's about it. If you have any questions, let me know. It's Gary Wong from GaryWongRealty.com. Subscribe below, comment below, and have a great day. Thank you.